In the chaotic moments after the shooting, they grabbed their injured 10-year-old son, Gilberto Mata, through a bus window as students were being evacuated.
Me and my brother-in-law were telling him, get out of the window, because he came to the back of the window, get out of the window, and he hopped out.
He was then rushed to the hospital. A bullet had ricocheted into his leg. Not long beforehand, he was in class when, according to his FBI interview transcript summarized by his attorney, the gunman walked in with what Mata described as creepy music blaring from his phone and said, "It's time to die. You guys are mine." His two teachers, Irma Garcia and Eva Mireles, were killed. Many of his classmates, too, including his best friend, Jayla Silguero. According to his family, he would always tell Silguero's mom he would protect Jayla.
He had told her, I'll protect her. And that day he told her, I'm sorry, I couldn't protect her.
Did he see her get killed? His best friend. He watched his best friend get killed right in front of him.
Yeah.
Silguero is among the 21 faces now living on in memorials and in the hearts of this community. Camacho and Martinez say their son has visited the memorial sites, a different person than who he was before the shooting.
He don't like big crowds no more. He used to be like, let's go do this, go do this.
It makes me feel mad. It makes me sad too, but...
And why is that?
Because it's not him. I just miss him, like, dancing around, picking on his little brother, you know.
It's part of why they're now exploring legal action, potential civil suits against law enforcement, the school district, or even Daniel Defense, the manufacturer of the gun used in the attack.
Yes, this is a civil right to bear arms, but we also live in a society who have a pattern and practice of 18-year-olds doing mass shootings. I believe I can make a products liability argument that you make a dangerous product and put it into the wrong hands, just like anything else.
Martinez and Camacho now face a difficult question with their son.
How is he ever going to be able to walk into a school again?
I don't know. I don't know if
Honestly, I don't even know what we're gonna do. Like,
he's gonna have to face his fears. He's never gonna put it behind him. They put a grown-ass men that go to war that have PTSD can't even handle it. And I imagine with a little mind like that, a young mind, what he has to go through. I'm never gonna know. She's never gonna know. You're never gonna know, like, what he's really going through.
Omar, in terms of legal action, you mentioned in your piece, have the families heard from the gun makers?
We haven't heard that up to this point. We've reached out to Daniel Defense multiple times at this point, but we haven't heard back. The only thing they've posted is on their site calling what happened an evil act, John. But I should also mention, of course, because of what Gilberto is struggling with, and so many are struggling with here, there have been a number of mental health resources that have been available in places all across this community. We were just down at the local library earlier, and people literally drove into town to see how they could offer their mental health services. The school district is also making sure there are trauma-trained counselors, as they describe them, on their summer school campuses, as well as available to parents, families, and staff as well. Earlier this week, we also spoke to a law enforcement chaplain who has told us a little bit about what he has had to deal with on that side, speaking to some of the first responders who walked into rooms where presumably they would have seen the bodies of children, or even just having to respond to something of this magnitude, John. This is something that is going to take a long time for this community to get past, if they ever do.
No question, Omar, and I know you've seen it firsthand. They're dealing with so much.